If you didn't already know, Mortal Kombat has spanned through multiple generations of gamers. You've got the early 90s gamers who played Mortal Kombat 1, denim jackets included. You've got the mid-90s gamers who played Mortal Kombat 2 through 3, NWO shirts included. And then you've got the 3D era gamers who played Mortal Kombat in either its worst or best era depending on who you ask. Guyliner and MySpace accounts obviously included. This era spanned from 1997 to around 2008, or from Mortal Kombat 4 to Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Throughout this period of time, we saw some of the coolest and ugliest, mostly the ugliest, characters in Mortal Kombat history. And in celebration of the fact that, hey, they weren't all bad, today we're counting off the top 5 best 3D era Mortal Kombat characters. So, without further ado, let's get on with the list. At number 5, we have Fujin. Fujin, although somewhat resembling what Raiden would look like if he was in a 90s grunge band, is easily one of the coolest 3D era characters in existence. Now this spot was between Fujin, Shinnok, and Quan Chi for the top 5 rub, but given that Shinnok and Quan Chi are obvious picks, I decided to at least keep things interesting and just leave them off the list. Anyways, like I was saying, Fujin is a goddamn god, and I mean that literally. Fujin has a wind-based moveset, which, as you would imagine, leads to a shit ton of potential moves-wise. He was included in Mortal Kombat X as a cameo, and was atop many a person's dream DLC pack for the game. Expect to see Fujin in Mortal Kombat 11 and future editions of the franchise. At number 4, we have the Dragon King, the true ruler of Outworld. Big, mean dragon dude. These are all nicknames for the mighty Onaga, the final boss in Mortal Kombat Deception. Onaga, as his nicknames would suggest, is essentially just a huge-ass dragon, and what many people consider to be the only real ruler of Outworld. Onaga is also the leader of an unstoppable mummified army, and upon his resurrection, became essentially a physical representation of the all-powerful One Being, thus making him arguably the most powerful combatant in Mortal Kombat history. Also, he is a dragon. How is that not badass? Coming in at number 3, we have Havoc. Havoc is easily one of the coolest 3D era characters of all time. I mean, just look at him. Donning a warrior's helmet and a skeleton for a head, along with an actual mace as a weapon, he is just one of the most badass characters in Mortal Kombat history. Havoc is known as the Cleric of Chaos, and is one of the only notable combatants hailing from arguably the most interesting realm, Chaos Realm. Havoc is a character that I desperately want to see appear in Mortal Kombat 11, even though he is technically dead in the comics, which, by the way, means jack shit when it comes to Mortal Kombat. But still, he will make an appearance in some future games, or at least a cameo, and that's all that I ask. At number 2, we have Kenshi. Now, hear me out here. It takes a lot of balls to enter a fighting tournament filled with dragons, ice warriors, demons, and mall cops when you're blind, which makes Kenshi as a character all the more badass. Kenshi is a warrior out for revenge, and actually for good reason, as he searches to slay the sorcerer who blinded him. Hint hint, the sorcerer is Shang Tsung. Kenshi's sword, Sento, is also somewhat sentient, being a sword of ancient kings, and it saved him by leading him out of a labyrinth where he was blinded and left to die. So, yeah, long story short, don't fuck with the blind man. He's like Daredevil, but with a sword. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who could possibly be better than Stevie Wonder over here? The answer is simple. Reiko. Reiko is easily one of the most underrated Mortal Kombat characters of all time, and he is not a guy to fuck with. Although he is dead in the comics, which, like I said, means jack, I can easily see Reiko playing a huge role in future Mortal Kombat games. Fun fact about Reiko, he was originally going to be Noob Saibot, but because Noob blended into the background too much, the model was redesigned and renamed Reiko. Reiko is known to have crushes on a few of the characters in the Mortal Kombat universe, that sly dog, those being Kia, Serena, and Shao Kahn. Okay, maybe not that last one, but could you blame me for mistaking his affection with obsession? Anyways, Reiko is one badass character. Looks-wise, story-wise, and, romantic encounters-wise. Yeah, I hate my life.
I can't find the time, you can't find the time, maybe we should quit joking. I can't stay the same, I can't play a game, I am fresh in a token.